I'd like to call up Jason from Airstack. We're going to see what Airstack has been up to for the last little while, and then we'll go to our final interview. Please welcome Jason on stage.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, so first of all, we're going to do this entirely live. No slides. Ignis on my team is in the back. He's running the computer. I'm going to show you some things from our website, and then we're going to actually do a live demo. I'm Jason Goldberg from Airstack. I'm here with my co-founders, Dipesh and Sarvesh and Ignis. We've all been building in Ethereum since 2016. And today we're going to try to show you something that I don't think anyone's showed you before. So we're going to show you today natural language search of blockchains. We're going to do live real-time searches of blockchain data, very complex searches across projects. And that's part of what Airstack is powering. So I'm really excited to show you everyone this today. And we're launching this here for the first time today here at ETHGlobal Pragma. And the hackers at the hackathon this weekend will be able to use our APIs to build all sorts of amazing new products using Airstack. So before we go live to show you the product and to run some queries, I want to talk about why we're building this. So as I said, we've been building in Ethereum since 2016. And one of the things that we found over and over again through the years is that it's very hard for developers to build applications without having to run lots of infrastructure themselves if they want to query any aspect of on-chain and related off-chain data. So you think about the hackathons and the events that we've been to across the years, so 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, up until today. Increasingly, it's gotten better and better for developers. So at first, we were all, let's say, using Infura. We were all running nodes ourselves. Then we started using protocols like the graph to build subgraphs and index specific individual projects. Then more recently, there began to be some Web3 APIs that we'd call on to get, say, fire hoses of data. But the problem is devs still need to run lots of infrastructure in order to integrate this into their applications. So today, before Airstack, if you want to, say, grab all the on-chain activity of your users who just logged in with a wallet and show all the NFTs that they hold, or their ENS names, or their recent sales transfers and transactions, you would need to call several APIs from on-chain data, download fire hoses of data, set up your own backend databases, store images in S3, do all sorts of resizing, all of this stuff to query data that's not part of your specific to your app, more about just broadly blockchain data. With Airstack, we want to solve all that for devs. We want to enable developers to be able to simply query Airstack to get back any data they need to connect both on-chain and off-chain data and bring it right into their applications, even without requiring a back-end system on their own side. So literally, we want developers to be able to just query the data they need and integrate into the front of their applications for end users so they can connect their apps to the Web3 ecosystem. Now, I want to show you what this means. We're all about show, don't tell at Airstack. So let's just go out to the Airstack website and show you what we're launching today. It's live for anyone to be able to use on app.airstack.xyz. So the first thing to show you is when you go to Airstack, we built Airstack from the very beginning to be more than just APIs. It's also a community. So it has a multiplayer system built into it. Whenever someone runs a search, a query on Airstack, and they get the resulting API, they can also publish it to the community, where developers can help each other to, you either fork someone else's query, you can edit it, remix it, ask questions to developers. The idea is that as a developer in this community, we're not alone. We can build with each other and help each other build better products. Now, if you look at, we see one of the queries here is to get all token holders and their ENS names for the Nouns DAO. So Ignis, let's click in on that one and see what this query is all about. And here you see that someone has, we're now in the Airstack GraphQL Explorer, and we're seeing that someone has, I think we're not connected to the internet. Let's try one more time. This demo might be really short. All right, let's try. There we go. Okay. All right. So on the left-hand side of the GraphQL interface, Ignis almost had a heart attack just now. On the left-hand side of the GraphQL interface, what you see is this is the Airstack schema. This is our APIs. There's various APIs for everything from token transfers, NFT data, to wallet data, identity APIs, we'll talk about more in a minute. In the middle, you have the query construction, which is this query that the user did to get all token holders and their ENS names for the Nouns DAO. And now we're going to run this query, and we should get this back very quickly. And you see here, this is combining data from both our Ethereum nodes as well as from ENS to get back the ENS addresses of the holders of Nouns DAO token. So let's actually go and run some queries from scratch using the AI generator. So this is really cool. This is the first time we're seeing natural language search using ChatGPT style. So it's actually using GPT-4. We've trained it on the airstack engine to enable natural language searches of blockchain data and to combine data from different sources all in the same query and response. So the first search that we're going to do is let's look at the Bored Ape Yacht Club, BAYC, and let's get back all the token holders, the images of their NFTs, and if they have an ENS address. So we're going to see the AI do its magic here. So you can see now that the AI is now searching airstack for both our on-chain sources, so our Ethereum nodes, as well as off-chain sources like IPFS. It's now creating the query. So it's actually learned how to construct our GraphQL queries. It can do nested queries as well, so a query within another query. So it's now getting the token balances of the BAYC NFT collection. It's also getting the owner addresses, primary domain is ENS, domain name, token, NFTs, content value, images, and it's getting all this and it's ready to go. Let's press play. Bam. All right. So we have now combined in this query data from multiple sources in a very fast query, including image resize, so developers can just plug this right into their application. So whether you're building a wallet, a messaging application, a social network, whatever it might be, and someone connects to your network with a wallet, you can immediately show all their tokens, also show their ENS, et cetera. So let's do a different type of search. Our next speaker is Balaji. Let's look up Balaji.eth. So this is part of our identity API. You can look up any user on Ethereum, on Polygon by their ENS name. Let's look up Balaji by his ENS name, and let's get back, let's see, all the tokens that Balaji is holding. And let's also get if he has a Farcaster username. So we're going to type this into the AI generator, and it's going to think about this, and it's going to spit out our query, which is, here we're saying the owner is Balaji.eth, so it is going to look up his ENS, it's going to find the resolver address, it's going to get his token balances, NFTs, all of his social profiles. We have Farcaster today, we're adding Lens in a couple weeks as well. And now you can see with this query, you can see here's Balaji's NFTs and his Farcaster address in that response. We can also start a query sort of like this, but from a different direction. So let's go back to our query generator and let's search for the founder of Farcaster, DWR. Let's look him up by his Farcaster address. So his Farcaster username, not even his address. And for the Farcaster username, DWR, let's find his most recent token transfers on Ethereum. So here you'll see that the AI engine and the airstack's APIs themselves know to put in the Farcaster name, DWR, and to resolve that to his connected address on Ethereum, and then it's able to get the most recent token transfers of the user using the identity APIs that way. And here you can see the most recent transfers from Dan Romero, the founder of Farcaster. Okay, one other use case we'll show you. So one of the common use cases we get for people who want to use, developers who want to use airstack is for DAOs. So DAOs have people voting on proposals, participating in the DAOs. And a lot of DAOs say to us, what we really want to do is we want to get more information about the people in our DAO. Let's get their ENS name. Let's get their Farcaster address if they have it, their NFTs, so we can look at what NFTs they have in common. So let's go to the Orange DAO. Orange DAO is a funding DAO. The AI is not smart enough yet to know the address of Orange DAO, but it'll be trained on that next week. But what we're going to do is Ignis just grabbed the address of Orange DAO, and it's going to ask the AI to look up the rest of the information using airstack. And there we go. The AI is figuring this out, and it is also making coffee at the same time. No chuckles, no laughs. Okay. Here we go. It is verifying the address. It's getting the token balances of the owners of Nouns DAO, and it's going to be a pretty detailed query here. Token balances, owners, addresses, domains, socials. Grabbing everything for the holders of the participants of Nouns DAO. And there we go. It is generating the query. And there you go. So here's the ENS names and NFTs and all tokens held by the owners of Nouns DAO. So prior to airstack, if you wanted to run a query like this, you would have to use you either run nodes yourselves, use indexers, grab data from multiple subgraphs, let's say, and combine them, or you'd have to run multiple APIs and download the data into your backend. With airstack, very simple. You can ask the AI generator your question, and it will search airstack and grab you your response in a single API response. So we're really excited to be able to roll this out to folks to try immediately. If you go to airstack.xyz, it is available today in an open beta. It is free to use, and we encourage everyone to try it. We have a Telegram group to give us feedback on it. We're going to be at the hackathon this weekend giving prizes to developers who are building on airstack, and this is just the beginning. Over the next few months, we're going to be adding. Right now, we have Ethereum and Polygon. We're going to be fully syncing Polygon. We're going to be adding more chains to airstack. We'll also be adding more projects. As I said, we're going to be adding Lens, POAP, other projects to the Identity API over the next few weeks. And we really want to build this with the community. And I can't wait to be back at the next ETHGlobal, the next ETHGlobal, the next ETHGlobal to show everyone all the great things that developers have built to make better, more data-aware applications using airstack. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jason. And with that, that was 4 interesting and amazing product announcements. We get to see how you can use all these tools almost immediately into your day-to-day and just the opportunity that's out there for making a lot more seamless developer and consumer applications.